Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Inspire English podcast. I am so happy to be here with you today. I'm Emily.
And I'm David. Hello, everyone. It is great to be back. Emily, you seem very energetic today.
I am David because today we are talking about something very important. It is a skill everyone needs. Today we are talking about making appointments. That is a very useful topic. Whether it is seeing a doctor, meeting a business partner, or getting a haircut, we all need to make appointments. Exactly. But sometimes doing this in a second language can be scary, so we are going to break it down. We will look at formal situations and we will learn some great idioms too. Sounds perfect. So Emily, imagine I need to see a dentist. I am calling their office. How do I start the conversation? Good question. The most standard and polite phrase is, I'd like to make an appointment. That sounds simple enough. I'd like to make an appointment. Can I say I want to make an appointment? You can, but I'd like, which is short for I would like, is much more polite. It sounds softer and more professional. Okay, so I call the dentist. I say, hello, I'd like to make an appointment. What happens next? Usually, the receptionist will ask, when would you like to come in? Now, David, here is a great phrase for you. If you are very busy, you can ask, do you have any openings on Tuesday? Do you have any openings? That means, is there a free time, right? Yes, an opening is a free space in the schedule. But David, what if the dentist is very, very busy? Then I have a problem. What do they say if they are too busy? They might use a common idiom. They might say, I'm sorry, we are booked solid. Booked solid. That is a great visual. It means the schedule is completely full, like a solid brick wall. No holes. Exactly. But if you have a toothache and it is an emergency, you can use another idiom. You can ask, could you squeeze me in? Squeeze me in. I like that. It sounds like trying to fit into a crowded elevator. That is the perfect image. It means, can you find a tiny space for me between two other people? Okay, let's review that. 1. I'd like to make an appointment. 2. We are booked solid. 3. Can you squeeze me in? Perfect pronunciation, David. Now let's switch to a business situation. Imagine you want to meet with a colleague. You usually don't say make an appointment with a friend or close colleague. You might just say schedule a meeting. Right. So how do I ask if a specific time is good for them? A very natural phrase is, does Tuesday at 2 p.m. work for you? Does that work for you? I hear that a lot in movies. Yes, it means, is that convenient for you? If the answer is yes, they might use a pencil idiom. Do you know it, David? Is it, I'll pencil you in? Yes, I will pencil you in. Why a pencil? Why not a pen? Because a pencil can be erased. If I pencil you in, it means the appointment is confirmed, but it is not 100% fixed yet. It might change. It is flexible. That is good to know. So if I'm not sure about my schedule yet, I can say, let's pencil it in for Friday. Exactly. Now, David, we have to talk about the awkward part, canceling. Oh, I hate canceling. It feels rude. It happens to everyone, but you must be polite. You shouldn't just say, I can't come. What should I say instead? You should say, I'm afraid something came up. I'm afraid something came up. Does that mean a problem appeared unexpectedly? Yes. It is a vague but polite way to say, I have a new problem or task that I must do. You don't need to explain exactly what the problem is. You just say, something came up. That is very useful. It protects my privacy. Right, and then you ask to change the time. You can say, can we reschedule? Or can we push it back? Push it back? That means to move the appointment to a later time, right? Correct. If you have a meeting at 2 and you push it back to 4, you are moving it later in the day. This has been very helpful, Emily. I feel much more confident now. I am so glad. Let's do a very quick summary of the vocabulary we learned today. Okay. First, to be polite, I'd like to make an appointment. Second, if the schedule is full, booked solid. Third, to find a small space, squeeze me in. Fourth, for a tentative plan, pencil it in. And finally, if you have to cancel, something came up. Excellent. I think our listeners are ready to go out and make their own appointments now. I think so too. Thank you all for listening. Remember, take your time, speak clearly, and don't be afraid to ask people to repeat the time and date. Thanks for listening, everyone. See you next time. Bye!